Let's be real for a second. A lot of women from today's generation don't just dislike us, they hate us. Not all of them, of course, but it's enough to where you could definitely feel that shit. It only takes a couple scrolls through TikTok and Twitter to quickly find out that we are not favored. It almost feels like it's a goddamn trend to hate the existence of men in general. We literally just seen one of the most popular female rappers of today just pretty openly admit that she hates nothing more than a straight man. Whether it's women calling men trash, making fun of their masculinity, and bragging about cheating on them for some reason. Like, man or woman, cheating isn't a flex. But the sad part is, it feels like it's no longer weird. It's become normal. And if you're just like a regular guy like me, you kind of start finding yourself in this weird place where you start asking your questions like, yo, why are they so angry with us? What did I do wrong? What are we doing wrong? Something that I always do on this channel is keep it 100% real. And this bitterness and this hatred, it didn't just come out of nowhere. It's somewhat of a cause and effect. And no, I'm not here to kiss ass, but I'm not here to play the blame game either. So today's video isn't going to be a hit piece on women, and it's not going to be a pity party for niggas. But the answer to rise above anything is being able to understand the source of the problem. We got to understand why things are and the way they are. Because the truth is, there is a reason why Gen Z women feel this way. And once you can see it clearly, you'll never look at yourself or dating the same again. Today we're going to be doing a Berto breakdown of why do Gen Z women hate men. Let's do it. And just a quick plug before we get into the video, click the link in my description and go follow me on Twitch. Over there, we've been doing live reactions. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, you never want to miss a live stream. So go follow my Twitch, link in the description. Where you at, Berto? Come on, let's do it.
How they thought we'd react to news of the male loneliness epidemic.
Like, what can I do to help? Is there a GoFundMe?
This is a trend. There are a bunch of other TikTok videos with the exact same caption where they're overreacting. Oh, I feel so bad. And then it's the joke that I actually do not feel bad. And if you check the comments under all the videos, they are full of pure hatred. Men's suffering is literally the motivation that gets me out of bed in the morning.
Oh my God. Now this is hate. This is hate. For you to comment that is hate.
For real, men's self-end rates aren't high enough to be honest. And this is a real problem where young people, men specifically, the leading cause of their death is suicide. And here's the plot twist, women die from suicide and suffer just as much as men. But here's the question, men disproportionately kill themselves more compared to women. Then why do women suffer as much through suicide? It is because they die significantly less, so their death is relative. But please understand this thing, this is not a women-men problem. Everyone in their middle stages of their life will almost try to hurt themselves. In the context of statistics, children will be living that.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna just keep it a stack. I'm glad that we have those statistics, but I do not fall into that statistic, my nigga. Mental health is strong. I'm not going out like that. Life is good. I love life. I want to live on this earth as long as possible. And I think anyone watching this video should be adopting that mindset. I don't give a fuck what that statistic says. Don't hurt yourself, man. It's good on this side. Come on.
Happiest moment and stage of their life, and the same thing applies to the elderly. But if you're a teenager, if you're 20, 30, 40, or 50, statistically, you are living in the most unhappiest moment and stage of your life. And if you look at suicide statistics by age, 45 to 64-year-olds take first place, 25 to 44-years old take second place, then it slightly lowers as the older you get to 65 to 74. But if you're 15 to 24, you're taking fourth place, and then at its lowest is 75 and older. The old people, the ones who are dying, the ones who are broke, the ones who have nothing to live for. Your wife died. They are the happiest. How? Why? And at its very lowest, 10 to 14-year-olds. You cannot replicate the happiness, the confidence of old people. You cannot replicate the happiness and confidence of a child because you are living your current stage.
I think the biggest reason is when you are a child, you are in such a place of just curiosity. You're not stressing. You're not thinking about all these different possibilities. You're just so in the moment. You know, that's why babies just cry really quickly and then they stop just as fast, because it's just like the attention span, it's like almost the ignorance is bliss to the highest level. Like they don't know anything. They don't know any better. So what, they don't know anything to stress. And then on the flip side, when it comes to old elderly people, it's like they know so much. It's like, why would I stress? And this is something that I've been adopting into my life a lot as of late, is just not really stressing, because when I really think about it, I know we all go through different things. I know we've all been through shit. But the fact that you're still here, the fact that you're still breathing, the fact that you still have a roof over your head, the fact that you ate today, the fact that you still have a smartphone, the fact that you have the luxury to even be watching this video right now, it's like things probably worked out okay in some way, shape, or form. Like, it could be so much worse. So if things always end up working out, why would I stress? Life is good. You know what I mean? Even when it's bad, life is good. So that's something I've been adopting into my life. And I feel like that's what a lot of elderly people have come to the conclusion, because it's like, yo, I'm old. I'm still here. I'm 70, 80 plus years old. I've done so many things. I've fucked up so many times, but yet somehow I'm still here living, breathing, and looking at my grandchildren. Why the fuck would I be stressed? You know what I mean? The only thing they're thinking about is going out peacefully. So, you know, I think that's something that a lot of us just need to adopt into our mindsets in general. Young, old, boy, girl, doesn't matter. I think that's just a positive thing that we should, you know, add into our lifestyle.
You must accept reality for what it is. And more importantly, look at the people who try to. There are so many man children who disregard a lot of responsibilities in their life, trying to play video games, eat junk food, and trying to replicate the happiness they once
That clip right there is just heartbreaking.
felt, but they don't understand that the advice old people give you, you have all heard it already. Think everyone naked. Oh, who cares about what other people think? We all know it, but because we are young, you cannot help it, because there are other priorities in your life that are more important, where you kind of do need to care, because you do need a job. You are not retired. You care about what other people think, because they're the ones that pay your bills. Life is a completely different game at different stages and ages in your life. You personally cannot replicate the happiness and excitement as a child, because if you are, you will just be escaping the reality of life. You have seen so many adults where all they do is try to avoid responsibility by being slothful, by doing absolutely nothing. I don't want to do it. I don't want to take up any sort of responsibility. And over time, they're trying to chase the happiness they once felt, but they will only end up with worse consequences. And this is a very important point people fail to understand. It is extremely easy to fall into the trap of hating women, fall into the trap of hating men, because there are so many reasons to hate life. And the only way to make yourself feel a little bit more confident, a little bit better about myself, is to belittle the other gender. Ha ha ha, me right now with lonely men. What a dumb comment.
Envy is one emotion that almost no one will ever admit to, because to admit to feeling envy is to admit that you feel inferior to another person. We don't like to do that. We want to feel superior. So no one will ever admit that they acted out of envy.
I've watched a bunch of videos on why men are explaining that women suck. I've equally watched the exact opposite, why women say that men suck. But to get everything down to the roots, they'll give you exact pinpoint reasons. Oh, they do this, they do that. Oh, they kill more people. They're so dumb, they die more. But here's the thing. It is out of envy. The reason why they hate the other group is because deep down, they know that they have something that the other gender wants. Most of the time,
you know, the sad part about this is that is what the beauty is supposed to be. The beauty of man and woman is that we both have things that the other desires, and that's why we need to come together. It's like we need each other, bro. And you know, I've been saying this, man, you know, on this channel, I've also dabbled into the, you know, women you should avoid and and you know, when you click on videos like that, at the end of the day, yes, it does contribute to the quote unquote division, but something that I personally like to do in my videos is, you know, it's one thing, I'm gonna do what I do to get the click, but I'm also gonna give you guys my genuine feedback that I hope actually provides, you know, positive value. Because at the end of the day, bro, like, no, if you're a man hating on a woman, like, you a bitch. Like, it's just like, what, why? And then if you're a woman hating on a man, it's just like, yo, you're delusional. It's not even that deep. It's really not that deep. Like, we need each other at the end of the day. Like, I could never subscribe to the mindset of a man. If you are a straight man, you call yourself a straight man, but you hate women. Like, what the fuck? What type of bitch ass hoe ass shit is that? That don't even make sense. How you call yourself a straight man but you hate women? You know what I'm saying? Now, I get it. If you live in a bubble of the internet and you're just looking at all these hate comments too, I guess it could be easy to hate women. But that's why I be telling y'all, go outside, go out into the real world. You'll see when you look at when you in the grocery store picking up apples and shit, and there's a woman across from you, and you put your head up to look at her, she'll probably smile back at you, man. You know, go outside. Stop living in the bubble of the internet. The bubble of the internet will brainwash y'all into hating each other. When there's good people out there, bro. And it's not everybody, but most people aren't running around with a fucking hate parade propaganda on their chest. Most people are just trying to live their lives, bro.
And the men that do hate groups of women are all incels because they cannot get and attract other people as easy as it is for women. And the same thing applies to women hating on men. Men have a higher ceiling of intelligence, and equally they also have a lower ceiling of intelligence. They are more extreme on both sides, and they overly fixate on the extreme sides, the worst sides, and also the best sides. That gives them the perfect reason to hate the rich men. They are also the brokest people. Here's the thing, guys, here's the thing. Envy is a real emotion, and a lot of people cannot regulate and understand it. And more importantly, this clouds your judgment. You no longer know what you actually like or dislike. Nobody talks about this, but the whole Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef, I guarantee you a big reason why people were willing to hate on Drake is because he's so successful. He is so successful in every single factor that there is deep down.
Yeah, it's like that is another big thing in life that is very true. People, you will rise to the top of something and people will cheer you on, but eventually after a while it's like, yo, we want to see him fail. And that is the evil that speaks in a lot of people's heart. And, you know, I encourage you to try not to act on that evil, bro, because we're human, man. I'm not going to ever sit here and lie and cap like I've never been jealous, like I've never looked at somebody else's situation and thought, damn, I wish that was me. I wish I had that. You know, it's easy. It's easy to compare ourselves to others, but you know, the saying has been around for as long as possible. Comparison is always going to be the thief of joy. Stop comparing yourself to others, man. Be happy for people. Be happy for your peers. Be happy for your idols. You know what I'm saying? People that you look up to, people that inspire you. Be happy that they're continuing to win. Why would you want them to fail? Why would you want them to, you know, meet misery and their demise? They got a family to take care of too. Now, I'm not going to say, like, I don't know these niggas. I don't know everybody. So I'm not going to sit here and hop on some parade train, Kendrick. Like, I don't give a fuck enough. But if we're being honest, if you have 24 hours in a day and you are in the comment section writing a paragraph about how you hate Drake or Kendrick Lamar, come on, man. Live your life. That's just crazy.
Now, the entire audience is envious of what he has, so it's easier to hate on him and root for the underdog. And here's the thing. The reason why old people are so confident and happy as well as children compared to everyone else is because they lack that emotion. They are not envious. An old man walking across the street is not going to compare and contrast the difference of how people look. They don't care. They'll wear whatever bullshit they got in the closet. The same thing applies to wealth. A lot of them are either extremely broke or extremely rich, and nonetheless, they don't care as much as it is important to young people. The reason why young people are so unhappy, and I can't give you this as a one-liner shoot of advice, it is a very complex thing. It's because envy runs in our system. We are constantly comparing ourselves to our peers. It is definitely exacerbated because of social media, but even without it, even when you were all the way young back in the day where there was no technology, people still compared each other based on envy. This person is more successful than me. This person looks better than me. And because you're comparing so many aspects of life to extreme levels of people that are only good at that one thing, you feel inferior. And this leads to a point where it feels like you are the worst of the worst. It really gives you the feeling of no control. And I believe the best way to overcome this feeling is to stop giving so much value onto one attribute of a person. From the outside looking in, I'm assuming girls get eating disorders, girls get very depressed because all they value is being skinny. All they value is looking good. And for men, it's dumb, stupid shit. How much muscles you got, how smart are you, how much money you got, are you good looking enough? every single one of them are overly obsessed about one key aspect of life. And because they overfixate on the thing that other people have and they don't have, which is envy, they fall down this spiral. And it is a complete disservice to other people and yourself. People are more than just their looks, than just how much money they have. Everyone struggles. And the advice where think everyone naked. I do not think it is a sexual thing. I do not believe it is a literal thing, but metaphorically, everyone is not perfect. There's that weird mole on your body and there's no use in hiding it. We are not perfect. We are all vulnerable and you should not judge based on the outside perspective. This is a big reason why children and old people have the highest life satisfaction. It is not because they are dumb, they have so much experience. It's because they've lost the feeling of envy. The younger you are at certain ages, you feel more emotions than different stages of your life. And children and old people lack the biggest form of envy. Children don't care. They're too dumb to care. They're asking every single question, and the same thing applies to old people. They're too old to care. They're poor, they're rich, no matter where they are in their life, status-wise, they don't have
That's kind of what I'm saying, yo.
the time to care, the time to compare and judge. Thank you for watching. If you want to watch a 30-minute
Dope. Hey, man, shout out to Rambo. I think that's the name of his channel, right? Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure I subscribe. Y'all go check him out. But yeah, y'all, at the end of the day, comparison is the thief of joy. Stop comparing yourself to others, and I think that's really what it is. You know, when you out on the internet, and you know we're all here watching, consuming content. You're watching this video right now. It's so easy to just take what the people we like say and just form our opinions based off of what they say. You know, and now before you know it, you are on the bandwagon of hating another individual just because. But the reality is, bro, take everything with a grain of salt. Stop comparing yourself and live in your real world. Live in your truth, and you'll start to realize that maybe what works for somebody else doesn't work for you. You know, you got to kind of find your own way and, you know, pull different things. And life don't need to be that hateful, bro, on both ends. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all follow me on Twitch. And this has been another Berto breakdown. This was a great video, man. So I'm really excited about it. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Where you at, Berto?